Wonders they say shall never, never end, oh, because this news that is coming out now, smacks of wonderment, if there's any word like that, okay? And, for quite some time now, or maybe sometime not too long ago, maybe sometime last year, the social media, was awash, especially those having stories on Ooni of Ife'S palace. Stories were awash of surrogacy today, surrogacy tomorrow, and all of that. Though yours sincerely never did stories around that, but it's looking like something like that is brewing right now in the palace because there's a big, big revelation that just happened, an arrangement that just happened, though it's still within the realm of rumors as we make this story, but the rumors have refused to go and it's making the rounds all over the social media. And we have thought it wise that we have to bring it here, because of the character of the individual involved in this surrogacy rumor. But I'm not even sure if it is surrogacy we should be calling it. But I think I will just allow you guys listen to the entire story. So the title of this story for today is The Secret Pregnancy Deal. The Secret Pregnancy Deal, a royal deception. Okay. So now there's a grand situation that is going on in the palace, because the palace, which is supposed to be a fortress of tradition and power, is said to be clocked in an unsettling silence right now. Inside, the chambers, we are told that Auntie Igbi, we are talking about, that they said she paced with restless energy. The scent of a burning incense filled the air, mingling with the silent prayers she was said to be having. They said her heart was heavy with longing. What is that longing for? Of course, Of course, every one of us knows that she does have a child of her own, unfortunately, with our dear Kabiesi. And yet, in the absence of Queen Naomi, our beloved Queen Naomi, she is supposed to be like the first wife in the palace right now. And as humans, when the other wives are bringing in kids, and she's not having hers. It is said or it is rumored that she has been very, very worried about that situation. And now God they give pikin now, and if God don't choose to give you pikin, He will give you. If He not choose to give you, He not will give you. Anything that has to do with a child, I think, is in the hands of the Lord. And He deems fit whoever He wants to give a child to. But we are being told, according to this story that is developing, that she has been worried about that, and her heart has been very, very heavy with longing, for a child. And that is not unexpected anyway. Because of this desperation to have a child, the pressure from all manners of people. Don't forget that in the African continent, especially in Nigeria, if you are married and you are not able to conceive, you are not able to bring forth a child, you are definitely going to be under more scrutiny from the family of that man, and even from friends alike, and possibly from your own family members as well. So this has been a big problem. And so she had watched as other Oloris welcomed their children into the world, securing their places in Ooni Of Ife'S palace and his legacy. But we are told that she has always remained empty-handed and womb silent while time slipped through her fingers. So the pressure became unbearable, or has been very, very unbearable, to put it that way. So, because there's the rumor that the king's sisters barely mask their contempt. I said this before. That is how it is seen when a woman, cannot conceive, especially when a time frame has been given for that to happen. Okay, so the elders muttered behind closed doors. She knew that they were all thinking. She knew what they were all thinking. That is from Ooni of Ife's sisters, to some of the elders in the palace. Maybe in her mind she's feeling like, okay, a Barry Queen has no place in the palace. That sort of thing, okay? So desperation called for actions, and action had a name. And that name, according to this developing story, is one of the housemaid, one of the house help, who had unknowingly become the key, to her survivor, and she made a plot according to this rumor around this maid that is a bit close to her. And you want to hear the arrangement? They said months earlier, deep in the shadowed corridor of the palace, a clandestine meeting had taken place. Auntie Igbi, as she's popularly known within the social media circle, had summoned, this house help, and one of her closest confidants, who is supposed to be a powerful spiritualist, who knew how to make things happen. We always have Mr. Fix It in every home, in every situation. So this close confidant is her own Mr. Fix It, or whatever you want to call it. And according to what the rumor is saying, they said this confidence, told Auntie Igbi that this is a very risky venture she was about to go to. That is after listening to the plot, which is uh, the plot to make that house help, carry a pregnancy, that's on her behalf. Okay, but they said when this close confidant was saying that it's a risky thing, it was reported that Auntie Igbi, responded by saying that it is riskier, it's riskier, than losing my place in this palace, because according to her, if that is not done, if that risk is not taken, there will be a bigger risk, which is she might eventually one day lose her authority and her position in the palace. So according to this close confidant, they said she now said, okay, there is a way, but it must remain a secret. And that is how the plot started. And so the plan was set in motion. So this young house help, had been chosen. Her innocence, her lack of family ties, her beauty making her the perfect vessel. Okay? So she was promised, like 15 million naira and a new life abroad after she gives birth. So the arrangement was simple. She would carry the pregnancy under strict secrecy. Once the child was born, Auntie Igbi would claim her, as her own. A miraculous blessing bestowed upon her by the gods. That is what the plan was meant to be. So this house help, naive and hopeful, had agreed. Of course, she will agree. 15 million naira is a lot of money. Okay, so the promise of wealth, freedom, and a life outside servitude has been too tempting, and we will not accept that. I believe everyone in a situation or in a predicament, will, embrace that idea, with the every inch of their life. But don't forget that, promises in the palace are often made and they are often broken as well. Okay? So, but somewhere down the line, we are told that Atingbi was rumored to have approached this young house house help, that she should terminate the pregnancy, offering her 500,000 naira as compensation for her trouble. Wow. Hmm. So, according to this developing story, Auntie Igbi was alleged to have taken this unexpected decision because she fears if the girl gives birth, it might be impossible to claim it for our dear Kabiesi. Okay? So, that is now the issue. And obviously, I think the ancient sword being more active today, the fact that the ancient sword is now more active than ever before, and also just knowing that there's the presence of a Yamifa in the palace. So the combined effect of both in Yamifa presence and the ancient sword that is now more than active, more than ever before, is now enough reason, you know, to to jettison this plan. Because the truth of the matter is, what is the essence of going to this plan or seeing to the end of it when you know that there's no way this sort of secrecy will not be exposed by either the great Yamifa herself or this um, um, what do you call it now? Or this what do you call it now? The sword, the ancient sword. Okay, so and I think she wanted to quickly stop this thing before it gets to a level where she will not be able to tackle again. But this life now, wow. So all this why that there was this surrogacy talk all over the place. I hope this whole revelation is not going to make our dear KBC revisit those rumors of surrogacy the last time. I just hope this will not be a problem for those people who were rumored to have gone into surrogacy some time ago. I just hope this will not lead to that. And again, why this sort of desperation? Why? You know. So so this sudden change of plan did not go well with this young lady. She might be naive, you know, but the fact that this sort of arrangement has been abridged when she has even gone far and gone into some months in this whole pregnancy thing, I mean, the humanity in her, the blood running in her will not make her to just accept this, especially when a paltry sum of 500,000 naira is being given to her as compensation. So instead of the riches she was promised, she was thrown out, abandoned like a forgotten piece of furniture. So the 15 million naira never came to be. The promise of going abroad and everything, which made her to go into this whole arrangement in the first place, will not be again. I think this is recipe for disaster, and I know this young lady. She might be naive. I know she won't take this lying low. At first, she was too weak to fight, too afraid. But as she healed, according to this story, they said as she healed, anger burned in her veins. The betrayal was too much to bear. I said it. I said it. No matter how naive you are, I mean, there's something in you that will want to resist this sort of thing. This oppression is really, really too much. Okay, but have we heard the last from this girl, or is she preparing, a comeback that will unleash unprecedented revelation that will shake the very foundation of the palace very soon? I said it. This whole thing, but the thing is, you see, if we bring some of these stories here, sometimes even we that are making these stories or telling you guys about this story, sometimes we find them completely incredible that how some of these things could happen. But here we are. Some of these things do happen. And that is why we tell you to be on the safe side. We tell you that look, this sort of news and rumors that will give you, this information will tell you that they are all within the realm of rumors and exactly what they are. But most times you find out that most of these rumors have some element of truism in them, and but then we have to just bring them to you. So, what do you think about this unfolding story? Are you shocked as I am? That Auntie Igbi could go to the extent of doing this? Please feel free to go to the comment section. I want to hear from you. I want to meet you right there. So I'll be right back. God bless you. Bye bye.